probably at least give me a few days.
And I won't have chores if you live here, but I'll have things.
I'll do it anyway, you know, I'm not gonna say no.
Let me know.
Oh.
Well, my only thing is if you say you're gonna do it, do it. If you think you're not gonna do it, let me know.
Okay.
You know, because I might have something planned.
And you need it
to do something, I get there, and it's a half an hour job, and now I can't do what I was gonna do because it helped me out. Same way a friend would do, you know?
Yeah.
So just word is all that matters. Stick to your word.
Okay. Yeah. That's a lot better. Yeah, I feel like the best I'm gonna get is a week or two, because they've always been extremely unreasonable about timing stuff. They don't seem to understand how long certain things take. Capstone. That was already the plan, they just didn't really know it. Like, I implied it when they asked. Yeah, pretty much. Because Owen got to the point where he didn't care that my work was being ruined, he didn't care that my school was being ruined, he doesn't care about me in the slightest anymore. Like he ever did. Like, he doesn't care if he screws up my entire life, because he's not willing to wait 9 weeks before I can leave anyway. That's how loving my family is. Well, that's when school's done and I graduate. So he's willing to risk ruining my whole life. Oh, but they'll say, oh, but you haven't been doing it just because I didn't show up for 2 days.
Graduation, I'm not talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
To like the fact that Dad can't drive me every day.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to fail my last year if this happens.
They won't care.
Wait, and then they'll say, well, you should have worked on it.
Yep.
But if I can stay there long enough to finish a year,
You'll never have to see that. Oh, but that'll make them want to kick me out sooner, because then I can be unhappy sooner. Yeah.
And you never know what's going to happen this amount of time.
She's, every time this happens, she gets less and less talkative, so... Nah, at this point I feel like there's no salvaging it. My friend told me I can go to the cops about this, but I'm like, why?
Well, you can say, they're making me go on the street, and I need welfare. They'll make you go look for the shelter.
Yeah. No, I don't. I just have to say, I just need a reasonable amount of time to move out. Can you force them? But I could go to the cops. They're allowed to force that, right? If you say, I just need a reasonable amount of time to move out of the house, can you force them to let me stay? Because I feel like that's something the police could do.
No, the government can't make somebody stay in the house.
Technically, if it's rental rules, but I'm not renting.
Under 18, yeah. Well, wait a minute.
No, I'm 19. I'm not an adult yet, technically. I'm
Under 18, there's no check.
Yeah.
No, it's not getting a check.
No, it's when I'm 19 that I'm an adult and all that runs out. I'm still a minor.
It doesn't work out. You will get the check. There is a check.
Oh. My mom tells me the school thinks I'm not disabled enough for a check. So she...
There is a check. She'll tell you about it when you get...
Or she just won't care and keep it secret because she wants to spite me. Oh, she... I don't know about. She'd probably hide it as long as possible until she calms down. Yeah. Yeah, and she wastes a lot of opportunities of mine all the time. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, that's not what I mean. I'm like, hey, I just need to go out for one day to do this, and they're like, but you have school, and I'm like, yes, I have an optional. I don't have any classes, and I can optionally go any day I please to work on Capstone. It does not have to be every day. And Owen extremely begrudgingly let me go. But on Friday, he wasn't having any of it. 2 days out of the first week, I don't go because I want to do something else or I'm sleeping in. Oh, it won't matter, but I think I should. She won't care. I mean, I could even...
You should say, I do want to tell you something that happened.
She'll call it an excuse.
Having a bad day, and I don't mean I was having a bad day. I mean, this happened, right?
Yeah.
Then, somebody was yelling at me, and so then I let myself go. And instead of apologizing this time, they're going to kick me out anyway, so I'm not apologizing. You know, what do you want me to do? You could try that. That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
I
could say...
She knows that you had a bad day.
I thought of the analogy that if Owen had a bad day, and he was sleeping in the morning, and he had to get up for work, and I went down and yelled at him to get up and get to work, and that and if he's, yep,
You're not allowed to do that
yep, and if he snapped on me, it would be okay, it would be fine, but if I have a bad day, and he gets me up to do something I don't even have to do, extremely rudely, and shouts at me, getting me to shout back, I'm the bad guy. That's just twisted, honestly. But then if I get him up for work, and I yell at him and I get him to snap at me, then he's perfectly fine. Like, he says disgusting things about me all the time. And what I say doesn't even come close. So, in a lot of respects.
Like I said before, let him bury you with his insult.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. It just makes it so that you know where he stands.
Yeah. I know exactly where I stand.
It's not you. It's more important that the other person is just the biggest idiot in the world than for you to have vengeance or feelings of
Justification.
Yeah, there's no justification in this situation.
I don't care about justification.
Will you ever be like that? Because you might. Be very, very careful. You might. Because I had... I don't carry on tradition. It ends with me. That's what happens to me. Treats me like crap. That's where it ends. I don't learn from them how to treat somebody else like crap. You know what I mean?
No. For a while I did, but I've been burying it, and then Owen comes in, and he
I'm really good
he
at
just,
it.
oh, I
My dad
know.
beat my mom, right? I never beat your mom.
Nope.
You guys did it.
Eh. Oh, man.
I'm sure you guys did.
That's mean. No, it's not. Women, it's weird how people say it's sexist to talk about literal biological fact, but women seem to typically be more narcissistic and self-centered and less likely to listen to other people's viewpoints just by genetics or something. And they it's women you see putting on all the makeup and doing selfies and stuff. Like, they're self-absorbed if you don't keep them in line at a young age. Yeah. And that's making narcissistic women who have kids and then, treat them like garbage because they only care about themselves. Well,
People aren't really narcissistic. Narcissism is a trait,
yeah.
right? A true narcissist
Oh, the carver?
Yeah, he's just thinks that he doesn't make any mistakes ever.
Oh.
Certain people are narcissists.
See,
A lot of people have narcissistic traits.
Yeah.
You do, I do, your mom does. Some of us have more than others.
Hello?
But I don't think your mom's quite a narcissist yet. Maybe she is.
Well, she never admits when she's wrong,
Well, that's-
ever. Even if she has to fly against, like, basic logical conundrums that anyone can see from a mile away.
Yeah, that's...
In order to, if she has to say the sky is purple so that her point can stand, she'll say it, and she won't even think about it.
But it all matters who she's talking to.
Yeah,
You can get away with it with you, with your kids. So you have to listen.
yeah, she can say whatever she
She
wants.
can't do that. She has to be different.
Mm.
That's why I say
Yeah,
narcissist. Will even do that.
right. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
The cop pulls him over, and they tell the cop that the cop's wrong.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I can see what you
They
mean.
don't care about the circumstances. They're always perfect.
Oh, she's definitely heading that way.
Oh, yeah.
She's had a lot of practice lately.
It's older.
Oh, she won't. I don't see it happening
No, she
lately.
won't need to.
Because everyone to practice on. Well, the life disaster is losing all her kids who never want to speak to her again. Kai and Marin already dislike her, so they're not going to talk to her. And their dad, yeah. Well, Kai will talk to his dad because he kind of idolizes his dad way too much. Well, it's weird, like, he acts like he's perfect. Like, if I bring up something Owen did, he'll get really angry at me. Yep. But then he'll bitch about Owen, about stuff, about anything. So he has the right to complain about him, but I don't. It's a conundrum. So, Marshall's not going to speak to either of them already, I can tell you that. Kai and Marin wants nothing to do with my mom. I mean, Marin, I know, resents her, and Kai just doesn't care about her. Like, Kai is just rude to her sometimes and doesn't accept any advice from her. The whole family. Well, it's not a mental thing, more like an upbringing. They're like farm people. So they got that whole, yeehaw, we're country bumpkins. No. It's because they're country bumpkins. They're all old-fashioned about everything and don't think about the consequences. They just think we have to keep it this way, no, even if our children hate us, and it's really not necessary. It's how our family did it for hundreds of years. Riegert. It's a German name. Oh boy.
Right there. Right there. Right. Third right.
Oh no.
Right.
Yep. Bryce is German. Boy. can't win with those people. The guy can barely write. He's like completely illiterate, and Mom takes his side every time. The guy can barely write. The guy doesn't think for himself at all.
Okay, right, how'd you get a job as a truck driver? Because they have to write down work.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. But I look at his handwritten notes. Everything is misspelled. He barely uses punctuation. It's awful. I don't even understand half of what I try and read a note that he left for Kai on his door. I don't even know what it's supposed to say.
What's in writing?
Yep.
You don't know writing.
Oh, no, I can tell what individually each letter is. It's